Juliette Gordon Low, founder of the Girl Scouts, came to the flat top of Lookout Mountain by mule team in 1921 and explored a place of great natural beauty, with a rock swimming hole and boulder-strewn hillside. The owners, who had offered her 10 acres, truly wished to keep those landmarks for their own use, but Mrs. Low declared firmly, "The rocks it will be, or nothing." And so Camp Juliette Low began, on the founders' terms. From the first, Camp Juliette Low was a place for training girls and young women for confident living and leadership. Its original purpose was to train Girl Scout leaders while providing a wilderness camping experience for younger girls, and the camp attracted several hundred campers each summer. While Camp Juliette Low maintains friendly ties with the Girl Scouts, it became an independent nonprofit camp in the 1930s. The camp grew and added new facilities and activities through the decades of the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and into the 21st century, all while retaining its traditions and rustic environment. Camp Juliette Low has always drawn much of its staff from a core of CITs or counselors in training, who were prepared for their jobs at Camp Juliette Low. The camp is directed during the summer by highly experienced co-directors, while year-round management is in the hands of the Board of Trustees, many of whom were Camp Juliette Low campers and staff in their youth. The Camp Juliette Low Board of Trustees and the Advisory Camp Committee include dedicated men and women who volunteer their time, talents, and resources to ensure that the camp is funded, maintained, equipped, and staffed to meet its goals. All share a love of camp, and many are former campers and staff members whose husbands now love Camp Juliette Low as much as they do. Though the board and camp committee meet formally twice a year, most members have camp on the brain at all times, attending work weekends, participating in special projects, and organizing parent-daughter weekends. Many board and camp committee members have daughters, granddaughters, and nieces who have been or will soon be campers at Camp Juliette Low. Camp Juliette Low campers rarely outgrow camp. Alumni stay involved by participating in the annual alumni reunion and work weekends. Reunion is a time when former campers, friends of Camp Juliette Low, and their families gather at camp for a few days of camp activities, visits with old friends, delicious meals, and enjoyment of the camp experience. Each reunion is chaired and planned by volunteer alumni. Typical camp classes are held on Saturday morning, giving everyone a chance to enjoy archery, canoeing, and horseback riding. The Alumni Association also conducts its annual business meeting during this weekend. Twice a year, at fall and spring work weekends, alums and their families and friends gather together to revel in manual labor such as clearing trails, hauling brush, cleaning, repairs, and special projects to improve the camp's facilities and grounds. Over the years, alumni and other friends of Camp Juliette Low have given generously of their time and skills to help the camp thrive and meet its goals, whether it's painting commemorative tiles for the 75th anniversary, purchasing a horseshoe to raise funds for a new barn, or sponsoring a rubber ducky in a race for a new dock. Camp Juliette Low alums are quick to help out. It's a habit that they learned early as campers doing their daily capers. At Camp Juliette Low, every new camper soon realizes that this special camp truly belongs to her.